Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm just going to share with you how to make this kimono dress with a button placket. So before we waste any time, please don't forget to give this tutorial a good thumbs up. So let's get to it. So over here I've got my fabric and I folded it into 4 layers. So I am going to start by marking 1 inch from the top edge of my fabric, and I'm just going to mark a straight line, and this line is where I'm going to first implement my body measurement, of which is half of my shoulder measurement, which is 8 inches. Then I am going to implement my armhole round, which is half of the armhole round. Mine is 9 inches. And then the next thing is from the shoulder line, we are going to mark shoulder to waist, and mine is going to be 16 inches. From the waist line, I'm going to first mark my lines. That is a chest line over there. And then from the waistline, I am going to mark waist to hip, which is 8 inches. Followed by the full length of the dress. Mine is, I'm going to mark from the waist, right? So this is the waist, which is going to be 23 inches, and I'm going to add 1 inch for hemming, for bottom hemming, and then that's where my dress is going to end. So let's move ahead to add the horizontal measurement. So right on the chest line, I am going to implement quarter of bust round measurement plus 1 inch for ease and seam allowance. And on the waist, I'm going to do the same thing, quarter of waist round measurement plus 1 inch. And I'm going to connect the two lines, the chest line and to the waistline. Then I am going to implement my quarter hip round circumference plus 1 inch also. So this 1 inch, half an inch is going to be for ease, and then the other half inch is going to be for seam allowance. So I am going to connect the 2 points from the waist to hip, and then of course I'm going to extend the line from the hip all the way to the full length of the dress. The kimono sleeve, so I'm going to first determine, I'm going to go down by half of an inch, and then I'm going to determine the neck width, which is 3.5, and then I'm just going to connect or create a shoulder slope connecting the 2 points. From that shoulder slope, I'm just going to extend it all the way to the end of my fabric, and that is going to form as a sleeve. And then I'm going to take down, or from the chest line, I'm going to mark 1 inch. Okay, so I'm going to pull down the line, the sleeve line, which is over there, to the chest line. Okay, then from that line I'm going to go in by half of an inch. So from that half of an inch, I'm going to connect it to that sleeve. So from that point, then I'm going to curve it out, connecting the 2 points on the chest line. And your kimono sleeve is done, guys. It's so easy to create a kimono dress. So now the next thing is to create the neckline or the neck depth. For the back neck depth, I'm going to go down by 1 inch. And then for the front depth, I am going to go down by 3 inches. So now we are done. So because we're cutting this dress on fabric, I am going to go ahead just to add half an inch on the shoulder for hemming or for sewing or seam. Sorry, this is for the seam allowance. Then I'm just going to first cut out the back neckline. Then trim off the front neckline when we're done. So now I'm going to mark the center line of the neckline, or the front neckline, and this line is actually 9-inch long. On both sides I'm going to mark 1/2 inch on both sides of the center line. This is where I am going to insert the placket.